What's going on?
What's up, everyone?
It is Hot Topic Night.
Hot Topic Night.
Night, day, wherever you're tuning in from.
It's also Grammy night for a lot of people out there that watch these historical, sometimes very memorable performances, events, and of course, we see who wins the big awards.
Yeah,
for
we're gonna
music.
talk about that tonight. We're gonna talk about a lot of NAMM highlights we've seen, and some products we're like, oh wow, that's pretty cool.
A lot of stuff. NAMM is like huge. It's one of the biggest events of the year. If you guys are into gear, music equipment, all the new stuff, all the techie stuff. So we're gonna be talking about that. And if you guys went and you're watching, let us know how your experience was.
We're going to be spotlighting some gear, and there's some album releases that we heard about coming out this February. So we're gonna shout those out so that you guys are aware of what's coming and what we're excited for.
And what albums are you looking forward to hearing this month or in 2026? Because there's a lot of albums coming out, but we're focusing on February, maybe March. Depending on what you guys want to talk about. Also, we give you guys an opportunity to ask questions and let us know what you're really excited about for February.
Yeah, this stream is pretty for the hot topics is a pretty open discussion section. So if you have anything that you want to talk about that you've came across, or something that we've mentioned that you were like, oh wow, yeah, I've had that experience, or feel free to type it in the chat and be part of this conversation. And another thing we're going to highlight is also Drumeo had their award yesterday. So there's some announcements we're going to make on that. And a lot of awards has been going on. It's awesome. We're starting off the year right with some amazing musicians.
Bands. I think right, because we're pretty excited for who won Best Drummer.
Yeah. Yeah, and the nominees for Grammys. I don't know if you've heard who was nominated for the metal and rock and stuff.
Is it Who I Hope was nominated?
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll disclose that in a few.
Stay tuned. We're going to be talking about that. So also, how's your 2026 going along? Because I can't believe we're in freaking February already. Mm-hmm. It flew by. January flew by, and there was a lot of stuff that happened in January.
Speaking of a lot of stuff, it's been pretty brutal out here with the snow and
a lot of stuff. A lot of white. Disgusting now. It's pretty
now
much
ice.
It's ice.
The block of ice out there.
And it's New York City is known for its beauty and charm, and when it's covered in nice snow for the first maybe few hours, it's gorgeous. It's nice. Beautiful. Yeah, nice, I don't mind
nice little powder,
the snow. But after like a couple of days, especially you guys, if you have cars in the city, I mean, if you don't shovel your snow right away, you're in for it, because now it's ice and everyone's trying to see if there's anyone
we're getting
shoveling.
Alerts. We have this like neighborhood watch type thing that we get alerts from, and then people are asking like, hey, can you is anyone out there that can shovel our snow? It's not snow anymore.
It's ice. You really missed
Can you pickaxe
right?
our car out?
It's basically that, pickaxing snow. When you was a kid, did you go around your neighborhood and shovel your neighbor's snow, and they would give you like $20 or something?
I haven't really done that in its scale. Like I probably did my neighbor, right, and maybe someone across the street, but like I haven't really went around and did that growing up. I did do the lemonade stand in the corner.
You had the lemonade stand?
Yeah.
That's very, he was in the suburbs doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cute.
Charge 25 cents for a little cup.
We don't know what's in it because, kids, let's stir it around. And then they take their finger and
I think
sneeze.
it was Minute Maid. Minute Maid lemonade.
Prime childhood was the Minute Maid that was frozen. And then your mom took the wooden spoon and those big pitchers and just like make it melt, and then just it was like so good on a hot summer day. If you know, you know. But the 90s when you're a kid, those are the memories. And speaking of 90s, speaking of nostalgia and the things that remind you of your childhood, do you guys love 90s theme places and bars and just fun places that, they have everything decorated as 90s theme? Well, we got exciting news for you guys that are following the Sky Museum and our music. We are playing Nostalgia first show of 2026. You're going to see us. Sky Museum will be headlining the night of April the 4th. It's on a Saturday.
Yes.
And it's going to be, better Jays, better weather, hopefully.
Hopefully.
We've had snow in weird parts of the year, but I know probably we won't by then. So it's going to be awesome. If you guys are in the area, New York City, tri-state area, Long Island, it's in Long Island, Bethpage, Long Island, and it's called Nostalgia, and it's a very cute place. They have 90s themed drinks and food menu, all kinds of stuff. So, if you like that kind of stuff and you want to go out and meet us, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be in April 4th. It's on a Saturday. So I'm telling you now, you guys heard it here first. Nostalgia Sky Museum will be headlining that show that night.
Mark your calendars.
And Chris Cyanide Trio is going to be there. So that's going to be awesome.
Shout out Chris Cyanide.
He's going to be there with Crystalline. And, we'll probably do a song or two with them. So that's going to be fun. And there's going to be another band that's...
Luminous, I believe. Yeah, Luminous.
And they do a lot of... cinematic?
Symphonic metal covers.
Yes. So I think we're the only full-blown Chris Sinai is also original stuff. But if you like that kind of stuff, we might throw in.
Doesn't he does a cover too of Amadeus.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think with that place being nostalgic, we might work on a cover that's a 90s themed cover. So if you guys have any suggestions, what's your favorite 90s song?
Yeah, type it in the comments. Or if you're watching this later, type it in the comments below on YouTube.
And it might be one of the ones we actually want to cover. Because, it's nice to throw in a cover there, especially if it's a theme bar. So, that'll be fun.
So we wanna bring out a polling, and as we're going to go into our discussion with gear later on. We want to ask you if you do work in these platforms, if you know someone that works in these platforms. We're going to put up a poll on Twitch. I'm not sure how to do it on YouTube yet, but if you're watching this after, it'll be a poll on Spotify. And or if you want to comment it in the comments, what DAW, right, DAW that you use for your live shows, right? If you use Ableton to do your backing tracks and automations, or if you use Logic to do your backing tracks and automations. I want to hear from you guys. I know Ableton is a big one. Logic's becoming part of the industry for backing tracks now. So if you ever had experiences in that, we would like to hear what you guys use overall.
Yeah, that'd be a great thing to discuss. Also, if you're not on the Discord, join Discord so we can chat there more about those kind of things too. Yeah. So let's talk about NAMM, because NAMM just happened the tail end of January. So it was January 23rd, the 25th, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
And yeah, it's one of those huge events. It's in Anaheim, and it's a lot of stuff. It's basically a huge place to find new gear or brand new rigs, cases. We had Quantum Industries, which was also, they had a booth there. They had a double booth, and Zach was awesome. He was on the podcast in January, so it was we spoke about it and we got some insights, and he was out and he went to Anaheim. So if you guys got to meet him, awesome. Great shout out to Quantum Industries. Amazing gear. And Luna's gonna have something to share with us soon when it comes to Quantum. And Yeah, and also we had another guest, another alumni of the YenYorkCity podcast that was featured last year, and that was Yule. That was Scott Yule,
Mm-hmm.
and he has Spiral Cell is his band. He has a few projects, and he has an amazing YouTube. And we actually had him on last year, and he was so helpful. He actually helped me pick out my in-ears, Ultimate Ears. I have him on right now. Amazing suggestion, because as a performer, you're out there sweating and your hair and everything just starts getting like, and what do you want to really focus on? Your performance, right? And if you're constantly having to put your in-ears back in your ears and you're trying to engage the audience and remember everything and do everything, you don't want to be worried about not hearing yourself in your in-ears, right? So a lot of times with other brands, I had that problem because I have very baby little tiny ears. So it was always hard to find something that stayed and didn't shift around because it was too bulky and big for my little ears. So he told me about Ultimate Ears. I can't recommend it more because I've had such a great experience. No slipping out, no having to do this every 5 seconds. If you see some of our old footage of our concerts and live footage, you'll see sometimes I'm like this, and it's quite annoying. It was really annoying. But yeah, thanks to Scott Yule, his suggestions, his YouTube. Go follow him. He knows the best of gear, and he performed at NAMM.
Yeah,
and that was awesome. And he also had a demonstration of also something that was really cool, right?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to get organized over here with the sites.
So yeah, I will always say, Ultimate Ears, you guys are amazing. You rock. Not sponsored, but hey, if you want to shoot me a message or whatever, you never know. But yeah,
Here it is. I found it. I'm trying to find the Ultimate Ears site so I could show you guys. And I keep going into this other one that was like a Bluetooth speaker site, so I don't know what that's all about. But these, I'm gonna bring it on the screen here. If I could find the home. Is Universal. Uses Universal. Yeah, we do the Universal ones. I think this is the ones that you use. Yes. And show.
Are those? I think they were the other one.
No, those are the ones.
These are the ones?
Yeah, either those or the two. I think I don't know. It might be the 250s.
Yeah, I remember because Christopher got them for me, and I was like, "Whoa, they're expensive." But they're not as expensive as some other ones.
But they're worth it.
They're very worth it.
We had used Shores. I still use the Shores, but I have big ears, so they fit perfectly fine for me. But when Yen had them, they kept popping out when she was performing, so she needed something that had smaller buds inside.
I got the extra small ones on.
Yeah, so, and it perfect, right? You can move around, you could do everything, and they just stay on. So
I think my model is the one above that one.
I think it was the 250. See these?
It might be those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So great experience, affordable, awesome, and I highly recommend them. So
and they do custom molds too. We seen on Scott Yule's video that they had this new way of molding your ear without the goop.
Yeah.
So it's a 3D scan, and they scan the inside of it, and it's it's not as uncomfortable when you have that stuff going into your ear, and then you're getting this like clogginess sound. I'm assuming it's easier and more precise. So I think we're gonna hear back from Scott when he gets his custom molds. So definitely check out his channel for when he posts his review on that.
Yeah, I think I got the 350 ones.
So that is Ultimate Ears. Another one that we would like to highlight now that we're into the gear section of it all is you have your experience with your wireless packs now. You've been using the X Vive, right?
Yes, and I've had no problems with it. I think it's a really good it's sturdy. I just clip it on, and I feel like a lot of freedom to be able to manage it. Sometimes, even when I'm on stage, I'm just like, if I have to fix something, it's super easy, and I love it. I actually really like it, and it's the first wireless one that I've experienced no problems so far, thankfully. So I would say, yeah. I mean, that's a really good in-ear monitor wireless system.
Yeah,
for me, it really works well.
It works off of Bluetooth. It doesn't have like RF frequency issues. The range goes pretty far, especially like if you're not doing big, like giant festival stages or like long stages.
Like an average stage,
yeah, like if you're doing like I don't know, what do you call those type of venues? Clubs, right? If you like clubs and stuff, that's perfect. +1 for the X5, no issues for me. Zach, what's up,
honey?
Welcome in.
I'm glad you're doing awesome. I know you guys have like so much going on since you got back from NAMM. I see the videos. Excited, and hopefully next year we'll be there in person. I mean, I'm sure we'll meet before then.
Yeah.
But I've seen he's had some shows since he's been back.
For anyone that's just listening in and don't know who we're talking about, Zach Seif.
Music in the chat.
I want to make sure I said that correctly.
Don't mess it up. Don't fuck it up this time.
Zach Seif from Quantum Industries, Inc. We had him on recently, so if you missed that show, go check it out. A lot of great insight about the product and about his music, his background. It right. Nice. And yeah, definitely check out Quantum. I'll put the link in the description. But yeah, Zach, thanks for sending me that. I saw that it got shipped, so I'm excited to receive that and put that to good use. So
yeah, that's awesome.
So X5, yeah, so we have great experience on that. We also have the microphone wireless for this as well. We haven't really fully integrated that just yet. We were trying to figure out the best way on utilizing it so that we can reduce the frequency issues. Like we're getting a lot of pops and glitches.
As a singer, I feel like, I don't know. I can't get rid of the whole feeling of having the mic plugged in. It just feels right. And whenever I've tried the wireless, I've had so many problems with it. So I don't know if you guys have any suggestions with wireless mics, but I mean, I'm open to it. I'm open to suggestions. And yeah, I did get that one, and I did have like, I felt safer with it.
I think the cool thing too is that their newer updates on their wireless systems is that it has auto scan for clean and clear channels. So if they integrated that on the microphone, that would be amazing. Wireless is tough. Wedding Bands uses a $2,000 system, and we still have to rescan per venue. Yeah. And it's I think it's the RF frequency signals that you're using, right, for those packs, because those are, I think that's what the Shores and all them use.
Yeah, I always feel insecure about it. Like I'm like, ugh. So I just like direct, plug is like the way to go for me for now, unless I find something. If it's worth the money, I would completely get it, because I always feel like, yeah, if you can do it in a better way. And yeah, it's been a little bit tough for me to find one that I feel confident enough. But it's always good to have backups, right?
Yeah. So real quick, I don't know if you guys noticed what's happening on our feed up here. We have 2 amazing guests lined up for February. Shout out to Zach for helping us out with that. And we have John Lorey, I believe that's how you say his last name. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. He played with Tantric. He's with Smile. What was it? Smile Empty. What is it?
Soul.
Smile Empty Soul. She knows those bands better than I do. So I grew up with Tantric, listening to Tantric.
Oh, yeah. I saw Tantric in their prime, and I know I'm aging myself, but I don't care. I grew up with so many amazing bands. And yeah, I remember when they were coming out, and it was so fun. And I know you really like them too. So it's exciting to see and hear his stories.
Yeah. He did various other projects, so we're definitely excited to get that background and his experiences through all of his work. And then we also have Dean Gordon from Dean Gordon Guitars,
which was also at NAMM.
So
gorgeous guitars.
It's funny that we reached out, and we didn't kind of like put two and two together at first because we weren't sure what the guitars were like. And then we seen it at NAMM, right? In the NAMM videos.
I fell in love with a guitar.
First thing we saw was like, that's a really nice looking guitar. And I was like, I wonder who does those guitars, right? And then we went to go and check, and it said Dean Gordon. I'm like, why does that sound familiar? And then
it was the one where I was drooling for that aviation looking guitar that was silver and like futuristic and shit. It was so gorgeous. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
I love that one.
So now we're like, oh wow, that's that guy. That's
you said,
awesome.
You remember the one that you were drooling over? That I was like, yeah.
That's his guitars.
I was like, what?
So yeah, we're excited to have Dean on to talk about his craft, his his idea, his concepts, his experiences, all that fun stuff, and his goals, maybe challenges that he's working through, that inspirations and all that fun stuff. So he'll be on later in February, I believe, on the 14th, 15th. I forgot the date already. Let me see.
Did you put it in here?
I did not. No, it's on the rotation. 15th. Be on the 15th.
On a Sunday, yeah.
Sunday. Our shows are generally on Sundays, 2 p.m. Eastern. And we also do hot topics every so often in between, talking about all sorts of awesome insights of music industry news, any events that has been brought up that we should look into, and bands and releases and all that fun stuff. If you have anything that you'd like for us to speak on, feel free to drop it in the chat, and then we can, we can integrate that in our shows.
I wonder what was the highlight for Zach? Like, all the stuff that you see there's always like one or two things. I know Yul said there was a few things he really liked, and he does a lot of reviews on his YouTube. Mm-hmm. But yeah, everyone kind of has one thing. You are completely like looking at drum stuff, right?
Yeah.
Me, mic stuff, in-ear stuff, wireless things. So it's always fun to see like what
automations.
Yeah.
And lighting.
Lighting. Oh, it's all about the lighting, right?
All about the lighting.
So yeah. So what's another thing that we wanted to touch base?
So there was an award that was given out to Billy Corgan at NAMM for that was the TEC Innovations Award, which is awesome.
Well, if you don't know who Billy Corgan is, he's from the Smashing Pumpkins. But yeah, I saw that interview from that YouTuber too.
X5 has a stereo IEM coming out soon. I got the inside scoop on. Ooh. I think I seen clips or images or a video on YouTube about the stereo in-ears, or I think that was the stereo in-ears.
Yeah, I saw that one too,
which is awesome. So that's
always looking for upgrades. I feel like it's good to upgrade every 2 years or so, kind of like my phone. I don't do it every single year because it becomes pricey, with iPhones and stuff. But like every 2 to 3 years, you see things that are like really updated and they're worth upgrading your stuff. Mm-hmm. So I will be looking into that.
Scott said, Zach. We got Scott on our brain too. Zach said, I didn't see much since I was working the booth the whole time, but people are going nuts over the new Neural Mini Quad Cortex. Yes, I seen videos on it. Scott Yule did a rundown on it with a friend of his, and it looks amazing. It's everything you would want in your original Quad Cortex, compact into a singular screen with 4 buttons, and it looks really nice. And I think it's like $400 less than the OG Quad Cortex.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I like hearing that.
And compact. It doesn't take that much space at all. So Quantum, you got some. I don't know if your Quad Cortex case is built to work with the new one now. You might have to make some integration adjustments.
And then what was the other thing that we were...
Oh, so the other two gear things I'd like to highlight on my side is the first one being the radial. It's a radial. Hold on, I got it here. It's for Ethernet. Give me a moment. Got notes.
It'll fit that no problem, but we may or may not have 3 sizes in the works.
Oh, okay,
nice.
okay. Inside scoops. All right, so it's the Radio Catapult Ethernet systems. Now, this isn't entirely new. I think it's been circulating since last year, like later last year. But what it essentially does is that it takes 3 XLR inputs, or quarter inch, I believe it has the multi input, and then it or 4 actually, not 3, 4 inputs, and then it condenses it down into a singular Cat5 or Cat6 Ethernet cable, so that you can run an entire line from your rig to front of house or to another section on the stage, and it reduces the amount of cables that's being ran, and all the wire management you have to do to get at 4 cables to run at a time. So, which is awesome. So, like, if you have your vocals, right, and you have guitars, bass, and keyboards, and you want to send that to the front of house, instead of sending all 4 lines and having 4 cables run across the stage, you can condense that into a singular thin Ethernet cable, and then at the other end, have that split back out to XLR or quarter inch. You can, make those adjustments. And the question is, why should I get something like that when I could run a snake, right? An XLR snake or a loom. You could, which is relatively the same and perfectly fine, but you don't have the ability to make adjustments as far as lengths go. You're purchasing the loom at a strict length that's already built, right? Unless you want to go through the process and cutting it down and then, rewiring everything. But you can make those length adjustments just with Ethernet cables. You have a 6-foot, 3-foot, 10-foot, 100-foot. You can have wires that you're customizing. So I like the idea, Zach says, I like the idea of this radio. It's a stage box, but it runs off Ethernet. Then you can run patch cables to eliminate long runs, preserves audio quality and top end. Yes, actually, some reviews that I've seen, it's no different than running XLRs, but like the clarity is still there. There are 3 different options you could choose. That if you have phantom power stuff that needs to be ran, so that you don't have any grounding issues, there's another option for that you can purchase. But I think having to speak to a rep to give you the exact model that will work best for your occasion that you're working with. But the idea of it's perfect. I don't like cables as much as we do our stuff on stage. My goal is to reduce as much things I need to plug and run.
His cable management is really, really good too. So yeah, the organization is big on us.
Yeah. So if I can reduce the amount of cables I need to run, perfect.
Nuts sometimes.
But yes, that's something.
OCD too, right?
Oh yeah, like
it has to be.
My E-kit, when I run it, I have to wrap all the cables, and I have it loomed in a way where it's like, okay, this section goes on this side, and this whole section goes on this side, and everything is labeled, so I can just plug it all in, and then I made it easier for me to navigate and track all the cables, right?
And I'll try to like help him and stuff. He's like, I have a system.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay,
I can't explain this right now. It just has to be done.
I mean, just talk about how you fit everything Jenga-wise.
In the car? Yeah.
In the car, in a small 2-door car, we like fit all our gear.
Yeah. We had talked about this with Zach about, compacting your equipment, right, into cases and whatnot. Yeah, like all of that.
It makes it better and easier, work smarter, right? Not harder.
Mm-hmm. So that's something I definitely want to look into. I strongly recommend anyone else that would be interested in something like that to look into it as well. It's great for even at home or in studio work. If you have Ethernet cable lines in your walls that goes to other sections of the room, and then you have splitters, like it'll just run audio in any sort of track line that you have for your Ethernet and send and receive at the same time. So like you can have multiple ways of working that, which is really interesting. It really opens up, you know, a whole world of you know, audio sends and signals. So that's the one. And the second one, or I guess it'll be the fourth one after all the ones we've mentioned, is the M Live B-Beat system. So I want to showcase that on the screen here because it's easier to really show it versus explain it. So let me load it up. M Live B-Beat. If you're not familiar with this, I've heard about this company a couple years ago. I've been aiming to get my hands on one of these, and at NAMM they announced an addition to their product, which I'm going to discuss right now. So this is the small version of the B-Beats, right? This is for on-the-go, ready, compact, not part of a whole rig setup. This does essentially relatively the same thing as the larger version, which I'll show, but a little bit more compact and quick to access, right? If you're on stage as a solo act or a trio or duo, you know, if you're running backing tracks, video feeds, MIDI control changes, this is the thing that compacts it all together. It'll remove the computer for you, and then it loads everything into this little device. And it's all synced. And you can have stop and play capabilities using MIDI. You can plug in all of your equipment into it. What up, Cryptic? Oh, look at this. This is new.
Hey, honey.
Just the way the site moves. That's pretty cool. It's dropping in. All in one. He's like, look at me. It's like a little spotlight.
I like it.
B-Beat plays in sync, backing tracks, video, MIDI, lyrics, and sheet music. Yes, that too. You can put lyrics and sheet music. So if you are doing backup vocals, if you're doing vocals, you want to remember certain lines for covers and whatnot. Like this is the perfect thing to have on a screen or on an iPad because you can link into it, and then it just loads the lyric sheets as if, like, you know, you're singing on a karaoke thing with the lyric lines, and it scrolls with the music as you're playing it. Comes a little case. They have track management, a site that you can, or an app that you can load up on your computer, and then you plug in the BB, and then it loads everything into that. Much like how it is, well, not in relativity of what Roland has for their SPDSX, but you can load your tracks into the app and then put click and then route everything. This is what this app can do for the BB. MIDI signal changes for patch changes. Works with Neural DSP, the Quad Cortex, the Kempers, anything that has like MIDI control. This would help change those patches for you. So that's the little guy. I believe they did an update on it, the BB Pro. And then there's another one, which I'm going to load up.
Very nice.
Hardcast. Where is it? See, they changed the site now. I got to figure out the navigation on this. So the other one is for a rack system. So it is relatively the same, but it goes into your rack. And I'm trying to get the site to load. Is this it? Yeah, this is it right here. Okay. Products. Here it is. Okay. Show this. So these are the rack options, rack modules. And the one I'm looking at is the B-Beat Pro 16. It runs relatively the same thing. The backing tracks, video feed. There's a lot of line in and line out options, and it's bigger to house multiple inputs and outputs. So if I can see if they're right here at the back. See, there's a lot of line ins here, line out options. This helps with monitoring what you're sending and receiving, and split audio if you have like guitars, bass, drums, synths, backing vocals, cues, clicks. Each one could be routed separately into each one of these lines to go into your in-ears or sent out to front of house. So the big version gives that flexibility. In addition to that, they announced the ability to run DMX lighting at NAMM. So if you have a whole lighting rig, before you would run MIDI to a program that runs DMX, so MIDI to DMX, and then it's like you have to have like a third party or in between signal chain so that you can have the lights change with the music. This time they have that already built with a device that you can expand on your M-Live B-Beat. So that's exciting. Having to have something like that with lighting and everything all in between. This is like the one-stop shop for everything you need for your live performances on the go. And that's it. That's all I got for gear news for today that I like, that we like.
Very good. So, hey, Sage. The Grammys are tonight. Are you looking forward to any performances? Who's performing? Do you know?
I'm not sure who's performing, but if you want to talk about Grammys,
nominations.
There's the Grammys nominations. So here are some notable album releases or nominations to watch tonight at 5 p.m. or 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. The one things that we focus on is rock and metal, right? So Deftones, Deftones is nominated for
Best Rock Album.
Right, for atmospheric genre bending rock.
And Linkin Park,
Best Rock Album. So they're competing for the Best Rock Album.
From Zero Icons.
And then Turnstile, Never Enough. And Youngblood, Idols.
Youngblood has been pretty hot lately. Everybody really loves him. And Ozzy Osbourne basically gave him
his blessings.
Like you can be because he was the Prince of Darkness.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's pretty hot right now. I think he has that very rock star persona attitude thing going for him, because a lot of people really try to have that, right? But it's I don't know. He I think maybe because he's he's from London, right? So he has the aura thing. But yeah, and of course the leather pants to go. Performance nominees or hot tracks for metal rock
songs.
Oh, your guys. Dream Theater for Night Terror. Night Terror. How does it go?
I don't remember the lyrics.
Hysteria. And my favorite guys, Sleep Token with Emergence. That's going to be nice. And then Spirit Box with what was the song?
Soft Spine.
And
Turnstile
with
Birds. Reflecting heavy and modern and progressive sounds. So who do you think?
I think Sleep Token is going to win this because it's very different, refreshing. It has sax at the end, okay? Saxophone, which I always say that's why there's a decline in people making babies. Because, I think a lot of us were made, right?
With saxophone music?
Yes! Smooth operator. I'm telling you, if there was more sax in music, I think there would be more sex.
More baby popping?
Yes. And they have that kind of they have that song Provider. You ever seen some of those memes?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's Sleep Token's year. whether you love or hate them, you gotta admit that they've really made a buzz in rock music. And it's metal. It has a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of R&B, you know, his
Trap.
vocals, everything. So I think that's the avenue where music is going. You have to be a little bit innovative, a little bit different, just to get attention and the buzz, I think. But Dream Theater deserves it, because, you know, those are like our you know, our forefathers or whatever. You got to give it to them too. They've been working really hard, and I think for what they've done and the mastermind geniuses that they are as musicians, it's really hard, right? Because you have to really one goes away with the award, and but you know, it's an honor just being nominated, like they say.
Yeah.
To be in that category with those guys is like,
you feel like
huge.
You feel like the reason why Dream Theater's in there is because Mike Portnoy wants a piece of the pie? Considering that Mike Mangini got the...
I mean, yeah, I'm a little bitter about that because, you know, Mike deserves it. Hardcore.
He's been there from the beginning.
And I like Portnoy a little more. It's hard because they're both so good, you know. Mike Mangini is a monster too. So, but yeah, I really feel like I really want that for him too. So, I mean, Spirit Box is a pretty big band too, but I feel like it's between those two, Dream Theater and
Sleep Token.
Yeah, I feel that.
You know, I have to admit that I believe Sleep Token is gonna probably take this one because Emergence is a very, you know, epic,
progressive and different.
You know, it's really nice.
It's my favorite on the album, I think. Other than what was the other one that I really liked? I like Digital Bath.
Digital Baths?
Yeah, I like that one, and I do like Arcadia. Even in Arcadia. Even in Arcadia is another one, but doesn't have a lot of drums, so I know you don't. That's not your favorite. I had him play it once on
Had
stream.
me play it, not play it once, because I couldn't play anything. There was no drums in it.
Yeah, and
she was like, just experiment.
Caramel was the New Yorkers voted that one the best song of 2025
because of the reggaeton sound in there.
Yeah, and I was like, that was my least favorite. Sorry guys, that was my least favorite. But all the other songs, yeah, they had their little parts.
Democles.
I like that one too.
That was pretty good. Yeah, this album was pretty good. It has some good hits.
And what was the other nominees? The nominees for...
Well, those are the ones I really focused on, was just the rock and metal. I'm sure there are others.
And best album, right?
Confirmed rock alternative releases. So these are albums that are confirmed to be released coming this month. And we were trying to figure out, like, okay, so like we want new music. You know, it's been a while since we heard some new stuff from bands.
Mm-hmm.
And we were wondering, like, okay, so who's coming out with albums this year? And
I knew off the bat, Gorillaz has a new album.
Gorillaz?
Yeah, that's at the end of the month. But in the very beginning of the month, it's Pussifer, right?
Yeah.
Normal Isn't is the name.
In 5 more days.
Yes, 5 more days.
They have three singles out for the album that you can listen to now. But the rest of it will be released on the 6th February. So if you're watching this after, it's out now.
Yeah, and it's awesome because Danny Carey is featured in, you know, the collaboration. And also, it's been 5 whole years since they came out with a new album. So look forward to Pussifer because I love everything that Maynard puts out there.
So we have also... what's this? Silver Sun Pickups with Tenter Hooks coming out February 6th. Story of the Year with ARSON. Arson? Coming out February 13th. Newfound Glory, their album Listen Up, coming out February 20th. Confirmed.
They're still doing it.
Yeah, I was wondering, I was like, they're still doing their stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Confirmed heavy metal releases. Rob Zombie with The Great Satan.
Satan.
Coming out February 27th. Then we have Exhumed with Red Asphalt coming out February 20th. These are was it German thrash legends? Creator is a German thrash legend delivering intense riffs and aggression with their album Crushers of the World with a K, Crushers. Released January 16th. So that was recently released. So these are albums that are like really just coming up for these type of bands.
Rob Zombie.
Paganizer with As Mankind Rots. As Mankind Rots. Release date February 5th. We have Nightshade, In Essence Divided, releasing February 18th. Phasma with
And
Purgatory.
They're from Switzerland, right?
Which one?
Melodic death metal. Nightshade.
Paganizer is from Switzerland. Nightshade is from Switzerland. Yes. Yeah. Phasma with their album Purgatory coming out February 20th. And then we got Shadow Spawn, their album Cadaver Dogs coming out February 17th.
I didn't know Exodus was still around too.
Exodus, yeah, coming out with their album Goliath. March 20th. So these are just like honorable mentions coming to keep an eye on, you know. Blackwater Drowning with Obscure Sorrows, the melodic death metal.
Stoner doom music.
February 27th. Blizzbong. Blizzbong? Is that how you say the band name? Some fun band names out there.
I haven't heard of them, so I don't.
The end is High. That's the Stoner Doom. February 20th. Crowan. Santa Somnia. It's a doom metal. February 13th. Orion.
Well, these are March. These are already March.
These are February's.
Oh, these are February.
Yeah. And then Orion, The Grotesque Within. February 13th. Matriarchs in Black with Completely Covered in Black. February 13th. Die Like Gentlemen. Self-titled sludge prog doom type of music.
I mean, I like sludge.
February 27th. And that's all the February releases that we were able to compile.
Very good. You did your homework.
There's a lot.
Some of these I haven't heard of, so I'm pretty intrigued to go check them out. So if you like any of these albums, let us know too if you're into them and how you rate them, because it's always fun to see what everybody's into nowadays. And I'm always looking for new music.
And if you know of any of these bands, what's your favorite song of their band? Like that they have released. But
so
Carnival, yeah, Carnival's coming out with it's rumored. Apparently, there's
it's a rumor.
Yeah, it's rumored that they're coming out with an album in February on February 6th, called Inverses. So whether that happens, awesome.
But they have new singles out.
They do. Yes, they do have 2 or 3 songs from their new album.
I think
I
saw a couple that came out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Carnival because I think that was one of the bands that I really wanted to see live. So if they come around, I'm there.
Yeah. So yeah, we talked about NAMM. There was there's a lot of different
Drumeo.
things. Drumeo.
That's what we wanted to
Drumeo happened yesterday.
The Drumeo Awards.
The Drumeo Awards.
That's big. That's huge for us, especially because we're big in the drum community. Drummer of the Year, guys, goes to 2 from Sleep Token.
Woo!
Let's go. Our favorite at the moment. I mean, not taken away from Daddy Portnoy, but I feel like he really deserves all the flowers and all the praise because he's really amazing live. We've got a chance to see him twice. Pre-blow up, when they were like blooming, and touring with In This Moment, and that was like what, 4 years ago? That was a while ago. And then all of a sudden, you see, they kept going, they kept striving, they kept grinding, and now they're the biggest fucking band. You know?
They beat Taylor Swift, right, in the charts?
Yes, they did. Sorry, Swifties, but my guys were get out of the way. Get out of the way.
It's funny how like a lot of these like people that were holding those charts for a while are complaining that these up and coming metal, rock, R&B, hip hop guys,
metal and rock is back, baby.
Are
it's
taking
back. Over. And it's either you're getting into it or you're getting left behind, because I feel like I actually think that even the Swifties secretly are like, they're looking for new music too, because I at this point, think about it. Like, speaking of 90s, we're playing at Nostalgia April 4th.
April 4th.
The way. So speaking of nostalgia and the 90s had the best music, really, because it was the best for every genre. You had hip hop, rap, you had dance music, you had even country had its bops, okay? Alternative, grunge. There was still people coming in over from the glam in the 80s to the 90s that like Bon Jovi and stuff. There was still, like, even to this day, he's still making music, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was such a nice feeling in the air, because it didn't matter if you were more into rap. It didn't matter. There was Rage Against the Machine. There was Linkin Park. There was Korn that came out. In the 90s, there was so much integration with different styles of genres intermixing. And I remember, like, I was a metalhead. In high school, everybody was like, into different things. But there was a bridge. There was Linkin Park. There was Rage Against the Machine. There was Korn. There was a lot of that, and my rapper friends were like, you know what, I can get into this. And that's how we ended up bridging a lot of our friends. And I was always trying to get everyone into the music I listened to, and I converted a lot of people into opening their mind. Mm-hmm. So I feel like now it's happening again. It happens every 20 years or so, where people start like, okay, we want something different. And then Emergence comes out, and Caramel, even though it's not my favorite song, but I like the experimental element where music becomes new again and fresh, and it doesn't sound cookie cutter. Like, I already see the chorus. Oh, and then it gets stuck in your head because it's an earworm. We all know that's why pop music is pop. But I like unexpected little treats here and there in songs. That's why Caramel, it was like burr at one point, and then it was like and so, like, I think that's fun too. Like I said, it wasn't my favorite, but I respect the fact that they were that
experimental,
gutsy, because they hit it up. New Yorkers loved it. It was the best in New York. That was the song of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, my people loved it, right? So yeah, I'm excited. I don't know who's performing at the Grammys, but there has to be some rock bands, right? Or I hope so. I remember back in the days there was always like Aerosmith or somebody, Metallica. I feel like there's a lot of like pop, right?
Let me see if I can find something. Grammys
maybe Linkin Park
performing artists 2026. Lady Gaga, Sabrina Carpenter, Bruno Mars, Justin Bieber, and Tyler, the Creator. The show includes a special tribute to Ozzy Osbourne by Post Malone and others, alongside all the 8 best new artist nominees, such as Addison Rae, Cat's Eye, and yeah, I think that's it.
Well, I mean, the biggest performance is for the Prince of Darkness himself, Ozzy Osbourne. So that's awesome. Mm-hmm. There's also going to be tributes to Lauryn Hill, Roberta Flack, Post Malone, a Slash tribute. That's what it says.
Yeah, tributes.
Memorial.
In memoriam. I can't say that word. In memorandum.
A memorial of everyone that passed last year.
Reba McEntire. Brandy Clark and Lucas Nelson. The host is Trevor Noah.
Okay,
Cool.
so that's gonna be cool. And what else? So Drumeo, drummer of the year.
Yeah,
we
going back.
spoke-
Yeah, Drumeo.
And drum recording of the year is Even in Arcadia
by two.
Beautiful. And then Travis Barker won drum performance of the year with Chad Smith and Denny Carey. Remember that
go!
one? You remember that when they
Yeah.
were like, oh, he did the most, and then Chad was like, shh. And then Danny Carey, Danny Carey could have, I'm sorry, but Danny Carey, he could have annihilated everyone, but he was just like, it's me. I don't have to do that. I'm like,
I'll just do some odd signature stuff
already.
here.
I feel like he doesn't show off because he already knows
Yeah.
he's the king.
Yeah.
So he doesn't mind sharing the stage or anything. But, yeah,
Travis was very showy.
Yeah, well, I think he's the youngest of all of them.
Yeah.
So they were kind of like, yeah, let him cook. Let him cook.
When he was going off, you see Chad Smith looking over like, this is happening?
Yeah. I think they're all super drummers, like incredible drummers, like beasts of drummers on stage. But just sharing the stage, I love that. It's kind of like when we went to see A Perfect Circle, Pussifer, and Primus,
yeah.
And they had all their drummers on the top.
All three drummers.
If you went to that, it was awesome to see them, and it's just like fun. It doesn't feel like anything like, oh, we got the better drummer. I got the better.
I forgot who we talked to that mentioned how the staging on that was really tough to manage with all three drums on there.
Was it Michael C. Stone?
Was it?
Yeah, because he auditioned, and he was on there on Primus's top 10. He was in the top 9 of the drummers they picked to go on tour with Primus. And he's one of our friends, Michael C. Stone. And yeah, it must have, because he was talking about it with them when he went on their show. Remember they had that showcase?
Yeah, that's gotta be fun to deal with.
But
which is cool.
Like it was fun in a very like.
Oh, I wonder if they had like 3 giant mixer boards for each performers, and then have like an audio switch to switch between each of the mixer boards. I really want to see that. Like, if we can find a way to get in touch with like the audio engineer for that show, I want to know. I want to know the process behind that.
The GOAT. That's what that guy is.
Yeah, it did a hell of a job for that show. That's for sure. So, continuing with the Drumeo winners.
And also the Legacy Awards.
The platform and genre winners, we have a YouTube Drummer of the Year that goes to 66 Samus.
Again? Damn, dude. You're like, it's like, that's it. Give
everyone else a chance, man. Jeez.
That's nuts, though. I mean, that's amazing. Like, damn, you're like the god of YouTube drummers. But I remember, this is not his first time, right?
I don't think so. I think he might have won this a couple times before.
At least twice.
Before.
I think this is his third, if not fourth. So you're the god, Samus. We all know you're the god of YouTube drummers. Period. I think also because he has such a great personality, energy, and of course he's amazing. He's a beast on the kit. So I feel like the entertainment that he gives is really what YouTubers are about.
It's in a lot of work.
If you are a YouTube creator, streamer, content creator, whatever it is, you have to have the energy, you have to have the personality, and you have to be like, you have to stand out. You can't just be like, all right, guys, this is a video I'm gonna make for you, and I really put a lot of effort. But then there's no like, are you really tuning in because, of course he's an amazing drummer, but the person behind the kit. I always love looking at drummers that look like they're having fun behind the kit.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, about having to be expressive, on stage.
Animated. And if you're looking for a drummer that has a good time, drumming behind the drums, has that personality and that fun, energetic, like you look at them and you're right away, you're actually like in sync with the drummer, because they bring you in with their energy. And I love that. I mean, I love that about my drummer, because that's one of the things I noticed about him right away when I first saw him. And it was his energy, his animation. And a lot of people did compare it to Mike Portnoy because he's also very much influenced by him. So
yeah, that was my foundation. So.
I do notice that too with drummers. Like, if you can pick up like little things from like classic drummers too. You ever notice like the drummers now that are younger, they always have certain styles.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them also say Terry Bozzio was their inspiration, right? And he won the Legacy Award. Speaking of, one of the Legacy Awards at Drumeo. And Instagram Drummer of the Year was...
El Estepario. I don't know how to say his last name. Is it Siberiano? Siberiano. Hope I said that right. Trying to tap into my Spanish roots there.
Yeah, he's amazing too. He's incredible.
Fast, commanding execution. Those are the prompts.
That was the Instagram Drummer of the Year. That's crazy that there's different. Like now, it's about the platforms.
It's cool they're integrating that. I'm waiting for them to put Twitch. Where's the Twitch drummers?
Right?
Who would be nominated for Twitch drummers?
Office Drummer.
Office Drummer?
I think so.
Office Drummer, Skurfield.
Mr. Greggles too.
Mr. Greggles.
Matt Skurfield.
Our Swedish friend.
Oh, Max.
Max
A drums. Maxa drums. Yeah, and then there's TikTok also, Drummer of the Year.
Domino Santan.
I'm giving him the hard word.
Domino Sant'Antonio. I think I said that right. I'm really bad with names. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your names.
Impactful short form performance. So for a TikTok, you need to have like a very like fast, like you need to lock them in right away.
Grab them, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a TikTok Drummer of the Year.
We got Soul and Funk, some Nate Smith. Contemporary, Tony Royster Jr. For Metal, 2 again. And then Rock, Josh Dunn. We get into the Legacy Awards. As mentioned, Terry Bozzio for the Viola Smith Award. We have the Louis Belson Award going to Scott Travis. Not to get mixed up with Travis Scott.
You're already confusing them.
Buddy Rich Award goes to Bill Ward. We got the Tony Williams Award going to Caleb Hayes. Caleb is the young boy with the mohawk that does he's a killer drummer, does a lot of awesome metal drum videos on YouTube. Dom Fumilaro Award goes to Ulysses Owens Jr. Pretty awesome. And that's pretty much it for Drumeo.
Is it?
Yeah.
That was it?
That's it. So, I would like to take this opportunity to highlight some of the stuff that we're doing. We're about an hour into our show. And
of course,
if you
don't forget to subscribe.
Haven't yet, hit that subscribe button to catch more of our shows coming this month throughout the year, and also check out some of our older past shows that you may have missed. We have 2 guests coming up this month. We have John Lore, who toured with Tantric and is playing now currently on tour with Smile Empty Soul. And we'll also have Dean Gordon Guitars coming February 15th, who is a luthier that creates modern, sleek aesthetics for his guitars, and really nice looking, very clean, very almost like stealthy, right? Like ergonomic, right? It's really nice looking. So we really want to get into his mind on his creativity on when he's building his guitars and some of his product line that he has currently, which was displayed in NAMM this year. So we're excited to have them on. And we are constructing our members only for YenYorkCity live podcasts, where members can have their names be put onto our shows at the end for supporting us, and exclusive access to some behind the scenes stuff, event notifications, priority question answering, be a part of some of the show's development of, ideas and whatnot that you would like to incorporate into our show, that we can, work with how that goes with our flow of what we have going on, and a bunch of other fun stuff, discounts for merch. So we'll have that launched soon. It's available now, but we're updating the site so that it all correlates together. And be on the lookout for that on our Discord in the announcement sections, and or posts on our Instagram and on YouTube and all that fun stuff.
Well, I guess that's the end, right, for Hot Topics?
For the Hot Topics, yeah. Hey, if you guys would like to be a part of a challenge, right? Let's see if this is something you would be interested in doing. And if you have, or if you know a friend that would like to be a part of this challenge, it's not much of a challenge. It's basically like submitting your gear, right? Let show us what you have going on with your gear, your guitars, your drums, your keyboard setup, right? Your backing track rigs. Like, we want to look at them. We want to see what you have that can give us some ideas on things that we can do, and maybe we can give some input on what you can do to better your equipment as well. So feel free to submit that on Discord. So command Discord, or we'll have the link posted on YouTube after the show. And if you're interested in being a part of that for our next Hot Topic, feel free to submit that. And if we have any changes coming up, we'll let you know on how to submit those images. But yeah, I think that covers a lot of what we have planned for today. Unless you have anything else you want to...
Next week we have John from touring band Tantric.
Next week.
And Smile Empty Soul. Right now we have so many things brewing for the month of February, March, and then of course April we have our first Sky Museum show. We are working on new material, new music, and that's exciting too, because not only do we have, awesome guests, we also have opportunities to talk to them about how do they even get that awesome? How did they tour, and how they even got to that point? So those are really awesome things that, we get to pick their brain, get to know them more and their story. So that's next week. So if you guys are not subscribed, subscribe on YouTube, on all the platforms, so you know when we go live. So that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed the Hot Topic Hour with us. And next week, it's going to be an awesome week. I can't wait. And, let us know what were your favorite performances on the Discord. Grammys tonight. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to Lady Gaga and the tribute to Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be fun.
And let's see if it's Dream Theater or
Sleep Token.
Who gets the Grammy? All right, guys.
All right, everyone.
Have a great night. And I hope to see you on the next podcast. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Much love. Bye.